Let's begin in a comfortable seat. We're going to start with some breathing this morning. We're going to do a combination of Kapalabhati and alternate nostril breath. Okay, so remember for alternate nostril or Nadi Shodhana, this is the mudra. So your right hand, two peace fingers of your right hand fold in. Pointer and tall man. Right? Just the recesses of your mind, remember? They go in, and then ring finger comes to left nostril and thumb to the right nostril, okay? We use that in a moment, so if you want to just hold that mudra there, or you can just keep that in mind. We're going to start with Kapalabhati. This is the breath of fire, right? So forceful exhale at your navel, and you're pressing the breath out through your nose. You can go at whatever pace you want for Kapalabhati, all right? It's up to you. I'm going to count a round of 54, and then we'll do alternate nostril, and then we'll do another round of that, okay? And this will help clear. It's very smoky, it's hot still, all the things. So clear all that out of the physical body, and then breathe in some good new balanced breath through the nose, all right? So if you will, just take a moment and find a nice tall spine. You can rest your hands to your knees, maybe palms up or down, thumb and first finger together. And then a moment just to tune attention inward. Take a nice deep breath in and a deep breath out. Do that again. Inhale, fill up all the way. Big breath in, maybe a little pause at the top. Exhale it all out. Good. And then third time's the charm, third one. Inhale, fill up, hold, and then exhale it out. Good. And then just a moment or two to kind of tune in and notice the body, feel the weight of the hips on the floor, notice the lengthening through your spine. Okay, and then if there's anything in particular you kind of want to create some space from or release out of you, just bring that into your mind's eye. A part of any of our practices is really like the intent behind it, right? So why do we step onto the mat? What is this pranayama for? What are we trying to align with our intentions, right? So what's the kind of underlying factor? And then take another deep inhale breath to fill up. One more long exhale breath out. Good, you'll inhale fully and begin as you exhale. Good, exhale. Now take the mudra. So first two fingers fold in, plug the right nostril with your left, with your thumb. Inhale through the left. Then plug the left nostril, exhale through the right. Good, inhale right. And exhale left. Good, and release your right hand down and just let that kind of settle. Okay, we'll do one more round. So nice deep breath in. Exhale it all out. Inhale completely. Exhale and begin. Good, exhale. Plug right, inhale through the left. This time fill up all the way and hold your breath at the top. Lift your chest towards the chin, drop the chin down. Then release, exhale through the right. All the way out, then inhale through the right. Fill up all the way to the top, hold again. Then exhale left. And then release your right hand down and breathe in and out. Okay, and then I don't know about you, but we're going to do one more round. And we're going to do a whole 108 Kapalabhati. Okay? So just as best you can, stick with it. You need to take a break, that's fine. But we'll finish in a similar way. So we'll go through 108 Kapalabhati and then we'll do alternate nostril again, just like we've done. Take again a breath in. Exhale it all out. Inhale, fill up. Exhale and begin. Good, exhale. Inhale, fill up. Oh, sorry. Hold the breath. Exhale it all out. Now plug the right nostril and again, inhale through the left. Now hold. Lift the chest towards the chin, drop the chin down. So Jalandhara Bandha, engage the navel and the root. Release those, exhale through the right. Good, all the way out, inhale through the right. Fill up all the way, and then hold. Again, chest towards chin, drop chin down. Pull the navel in and lift from the pelvic floor. Trita Bandha. And then release, exhale through the left. Great. And then really release your right hand down and just breathe in and out. Take a moment to reflect upon, how you feel in the body, in the mind. This is a cleansing technique, Kapalabhati, is known really as a Shat Karma, one of the ways that you cleanse and purify internally. It's also known as skull shining breath. So take a moment now to become attuned to the state of the mind and what's present in the mind. Right, and then we set our intention. And again, this is really part of the getting the mindset right, setting ourselves in the right space in order to not only interface with the practices, but receive them. All the wisdom that is available here. So attune the mind as best you can. Take an inhale, bring your hands to the third eye. And a little gesture of dedicating your mind to this one pointed focus. Take a deep inhale breath here. And exhale the hands to the heart. And remember, of course, the sweetness, the madhuri of the practice. All that comes in, the metta, which is kindness. the remembrance that we are connected to all things and all things connected into us. And that anything we intend from the mind has also kind of a process to undergo. And so from the heart, we trust that we are unfolding in the just right way. And we also set a space here that is a space that is uplifting and supportive, and that where only benevolent forces can come in. Just kind of casting a circle around us, a protective circle. As we open, we are calling in those forces that are helpful for our unfoldment. And then from here, also sending waves of love and light to those who may need it, to all of our brothers and sisters around the world, to the world itself, right? You know, this is a difficult, there are lots of difficult things that are happening. We are not like denying those things away, and yet not also holding on so much that they overwhelm or bog us down or anything like that. And if we find ourselves in those places, remember the practices. We'll open with 3 rounds of Om. Again, take a deep breath in. Exhale it all out. Inhale for Om. As you exhale, we'll bow the chin to the chest and then release the hands, allow your eyes to open, and let's come on to all fours, please. So with kind of that setting the stage, right, we'll step into the physical asana practice with as much awareness and presence as possible, right? First and foremost, just noting how the hands root on the earth, the knees that are under the hips. Right, and then just a little bit of movement from there. So however this unfolds for you, just right here and now. Take another inhale and another exhale and bring yourself back to center and find the navel drawn in. Then keep the navel drawing in, but lift open the front of the heart. Breathe into the chest, lift your gaze forward and up. On your exhale, round your spine. Inhale again, lift open the heart. Remember, pull the navel in, so moving prana into the front of the chest. Now exhale, hips to heels, chest to thighs, forehead to floor. Let's go through that sequence again. Inhale onto the hands and the knees, lift open the front of the chest. Exhale, round your back. Scoop the tail and drop the head. Inhale again, lift open the front of the heart. Exhale, hips to heels, chest to thighs, forehead to floor. And then one more time through that. Inhale onto hands and knees, breathe into the chest, lift the gaze gently. Exhale, round your spine. Inhale again, lift open the front of the heart. Exhale, your hips to your heels, your chest to the thighs, the forehead to the floor. Now stay here, maybe walk your hands a bit towards the top of the mat. But stay connected to the sitting bones. And breathe in and breathe out. Fill the back of the body with your breath and just observe, just witness as much as you can, not only how the breath moves in, but the effect that has. So creating in a very intentional way a bit of distance from whatever's going on in our lives, a bit of detachment. so that we can take the seat of the observer. I'm going to take one more inhale and one more exhale. Inhale, come on to the hands and the knees. Exhale, curl the toes under, straighten your legs. We'll press up and back down, downward facing dog pose. And in just a few moments here to pedal out your legs. Stretch one heel and then the other toward the floor. Good. Kind of shift around into the hips a little bit. Think of rotating the inner thighs towards the back of the room. This will lift the sitting bones up towards the sky. And if you get a little bend to the knees, it can help support the back as it lengthens. Eventually, you'll just hold the posture, a little bend to both knees as you lift up through your sitting bones and then descend down through the spine, the crown of the head. Take one more inhale breath. You really fill your lungs. And as you exhale, walk the feet all the way up to the top of the mat. Good. Bring your hands to your shins. Lift up halfway. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale and fold forward. Good. Again, inhale, lift up halfway. Now draw the shoulders onto the back and breathe into the chest so your heart opens towards the earth. Exhale, fold forward. You're going to use that to help press the breath out and go one more time like that. Inhale, lift up halfway. Fill your lungs, lengthen the spine. Exhale and fold. Good. Now take your hands, please, behind the back and interlace your fingers. Just rest them to the back of the pelvis first, then start to draw the shoulder blades more and more onto your back, like you would squeeze a pencil between the shoulder blades. And then counter that action with breathing into the front of the chest. And if it's available for you, your arms can extend up towards the sky, and maybe even stretch overhead, but try not to force it. Use more of your prana to inform the posture rather than your muscular energy. Both are at play, yes, but pay attention to your breath in any given posture and how it can shift things. Let your head relax down. Take one more breath in here. Then one more breath out. Now, wherever the arms are, you're just going to let your hands rest to the back of the pelvis, still interlaced. Keep your shoulders broad, the shoulder blades drawing onto the back. And then bend the knees and gradually on your inhale, lift open the front of the chest. So you're in this like bound version of chair pose. Hands behind the back, the heart opens forward. So you'll lift your chest so your chest is parallel to the, you're looking forward to the horizon. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. Release your hands, lift your arms, straighten your legs, stretch up nice and tall. Then grab your left wrist and as you exhale, stretch to the side. Shift your hips just off center, move your head back and open your throat a little. Take a breath in and a breath out. Inhale, come up to center, switch out your hands. Exhale and stretch to the opposite side. Shift your hips just off center, right? Keep rooted through your feet and soften the knees. Think of now lengthening your neck. So grow a little longer through the crown of the head. Inhale and exhale. Up to center as you breathe in. Bend your elbows, lean your upper body back on your exhale. Inhale, extend the arms up, breathe into the chest. Do it again, exhale, lean back. Shoulder blades kiss together behind the heart. One more time, inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale and lean back. Now stay here, take a big breath into the heart. Exhale and fold forward, Uttanasana, hands to ankles or shins or the earth now. Lift up halfway as you breathe in. Exhale, plant your hands and step your feet back into plank pose. And then just pause and plank for a moment. Shift your weight side to side. Notice if your body would appreciate the aid of your knees on the ground. You can always set them to the floor. Good. Think of the neck and the head in line with the rest of the spine as you reach back through the soles of your feet. Good. And then maybe soften somewhere, like your jaw, your eyes. Good. Inhale, shift the weight slightly forward. And as you exhale, lower your knees, bend your elbows, lower your chest to the floor. And then once you get to the earth, point your toes and lift your heart. Slide it forward and lift up for cobra. Exhale and lower down. Keep your collarbones nice and broad, hands by the low ribs. Inhale, lengthen forward and lift up. Breathe into the front of the chest. And as you exhale, lower to the floor. Do that one more time on your inhale. Lift the heart. Roll the shoulders back, the elbows in. Exhale and lower to the floor. Good. Inhale, push to plank. Go back into child's pose. Then exhale your hips to the sky, downward facing dog. So as you observe more and more, right, what we're doing is also getting some distance from the body, being the way that we identify ourselves. This is part of the whole flow of equations, right? If we don't remember that we are beings of the divine and it's hard to connect to that part of ourselves, what we do is default to something else. Well, if I'm not that and I forget that I'm not, I must be something else. Right? And most likely we attach right to this body. Take an inhale, look to the top of your mat. Exhale everything out, bend your knees and jump, step or walk up. Lift up halfway, inhale, lengthen. Forward fold, exhale. Inhale all the way to stand, lift the arms to the sky, reach up, maybe lean back, Urdhva Hastasana, then exhale, hands to heart center, Samasthiti. Release the hands, lift the arms. Again, inhale, reach up. Breathe deep in the lungs. Exhale and fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, lift up halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, hands to the floor, step back, plank pose. Breathe in and breathe out. Adho Mukha Dandasana. Soften the shoulders onto the back. Take another inhale breath here. One more. Exhale, pull the navel and squeeze through your inner thighs. Inhale, shift forward. Keep pressing back, though, as you exhale, lower to the floor all the way, halfway, or use your knees. Inhale to upper dog or cobra pose. Broaden the collarbones, lift into the heart. Exhale your hips to the sky, downward dog, or lower back to the floor. Inhale to plank or child's pose, and then downward dog. And breathe in and breathe out. So then from witnessing, we're watching like what is engaged in any given moment in time, what is opening in any given moment in time. And I'm just watching without judgment, without criticism, right? And what I see, I can then start to like adjust, right? Take one more inhale as you lengthen. Exhale everything out, bend your knees and jump, step or walk up. Lift up halfway, inhale, lengthen your spine. Broaden the collarbones. Exhale, fold forward, press all the breath out. Inhale to stand, lift the arms to the sky. And exhale your hands to your heart center. One more time, Sun A. Inhale, both arms reach up. You might lean back a little. Forward fold on your exhale. So there's kind of cultivation of little pauses at the top of inhale, bottom of exhale. Inhale, lift up halfway. And exhale, plant your hands, step your feet back, plank pose. Inhale, bring the weight slightly forward onto the top of the toes. Exhale, lower all the way or stop halfway, chaturanga, or use your knees, of course. Upward dog or cobra, broaden the collarbones, reach to the crown of your head. Exhale your hips to the sky or lower to the floor, plank or child, then down. You can always mix that up. Right? You can always use the support of your knees. You can always skip that whole transition. You can always add more of those in. Listen to the body, right? Instead of like the ego. This is the other thing we identify with, is like how, who and what we are, aside from beings of the divine. Take an inhale, look to the top of your mat. Exhale everything out, bend your knees, jump, step, or walk your feet up. Lift up halfway, inhale, lengthen. Forward fold, exhale, press all the breath out. Inhale to stand, lift the arms to the sky. And exhale your hands to your heart center. Good, place your hands to your hips. Now take an inhale, lift the right foot up and off the floor in front of you. And just pause for a moment. Rotate your right foot around in a circle one way and then the other. But then hold the posture, soft bend to the left knee as you root down into the earth but lengthen up through the crown. Now take a deep inhale here, and as you exhale, step the right foot to the back of the mat into warrior one. So your right foot roots to the floor, the toes turn towards the corner of the room, the right heel roots to the floor. Shoulders and hips square forward, and rotate your right inner thigh back to help that right hip move forward, your left hip draw back. Good, and then bend the left knee, but stay rooted through your right heel. On your inhale, straighten your left leg and extend the arms to the sky. Bend your knee, bring your hands down through heart center. And then do that again. Inhale, lift up, straighten the leg. Reach through the hands, exhale, hands to heart as you bend the knee. We'll go one more time like that on your inhale breath. Then exhale, bend the knee, the hands to the heart center. Now just lift your arms to the sky as you breathe in. Interlace the hands behind your back as you exhale. Stay here, roll the shoulders onto the back, lift open the front of the heart, and then as you exhale, fold forward. Bring your left shoulder inside your left knee, where you could rest a portion of your chest onto your left thigh. You can can start to work your chest out towards the corner of the mat, like reaching your heart toward the right hand corner. Lengthening out of the left side waist. Remember our equal and opposite. As you observe where energy flows easily, notice where it's coming from. Back into your hips, back through your feet. Take one more inhale as you lengthen the heart. Lift your gaze a little. One more exhale as you fold. Place your hands to the earth and step your left foot back to plank pose. Shift the weight to the right hand. Come onto the pinky toe side of your right foot and lift the left arm to the sky for Vashisthasana. Breathe in and out. Remember, you can always set your left knee to the floor. You want to align the hips, the ankles, the shoulders. The head will move back as well. Breathe in and out. Squeeze the inner thighs together and fire up through your feet. Now take another inhale. Reach up tall. Stretch your left arm overhead. Take another inhale breath here and one more exhale. Kind of rotate your heart open. Beautiful. Lift the left arm up as you inhale, lower it to the floor on your exhale. Take a breath in here and then you can lower through chaturanga or just lift your hips to downward dog. It's up to you. Inhale, of course, from chaturanga or the floor, up dog or cobra, and then downward facing dog pose. You just breathe in and out. Take a moment like back at home base, right? You observe. Take another inhale, another exhale. Look to the top of your mat as you breathe in. Bend your knees, jump step, or walk your feet all the way up. Lift up halfway, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Inhale all the way to stand, lift the arms to the sky. And exhale your hands to your heart center. Great, place your hands to your hips. We shift the weight into the right foot. Left foot lifts up and off the floor. And rotate your left foot around in a circle one way and then the other. And then hold and just engage with the standing leg. Soften the knee a little bit. Think of your roots down into the earth, but then that lifts you up through your crown. Take another inhale here. And then exhale, step the left foot to the back of the mat into warrior one. So left heel roots, the hips and shoulders square forward. And take a moment to adjust. Right? And then you'll find your posture, right knee bends nice and deep, arms relaxed by the sides. And as you inhale, straighten your right leg, lift the arms to the ceiling. Exhale, the hands come through the heart center as you bend your knee. Then arms relax down. Inhale, lift up. Breathe into the heart, exhale, and bend in. Remember, as we move in and out of it, you can always adjust. One more time, inhale, lift the arms, straighten the leg as you exhale, bend the knee. Good, just the arms to the sky now. Inhale, as you exhale, interlace the hands behind your back, but take the awkward grip this time, the one that feels different for you. Roll the shoulders on the back, lift open the front of the heart, lean back a little bit as you exhale. And then inhale, come up to center, and exhale, fold forward. Left shoulder inside left knee. Or remember, you can put a portion of the chest on the thigh. Think of lengthening the torso out towards the left-hand corner. Maybe even freeing the right side of the body from the right leg. Breathe in and out. And then remember, as you bend your right knee, move your right hip back a little. If you want, breathe into the chest, squeeze the shoulder blades behind you. Your arms can extend to the sky and then overhead. Take one more inhale breath here and one more exhale. Release your hands to the earth. Step your right foot back into plank pose. And then take the weight to the right, left hand, pinky toe side of left foot, and inhale, lift the right arm to the sky, Vashisthasana. Remember your breath rate. Square your hips, shoulders, ankles. See if you can draw hips forward, shoulders back a little, that's it. Move open the front of the throat and draw in from the core center. Imagine reaching just like Tadasana, right? Going down, just angled. Take another inhale, lift the right arm, stretch it over your head as you exhale. And just stay with me. One more breath in. One more breath out. Inhale, lift right arm up. Exhale, lower it to the floor. Take a breath in, shift the weight forward, lower all the way or stop halfway or use your knees. Inhale to upward dog or cobra. Broaden the collarbones, roll the shoulders back. Exhale your hips to the sky, downward dog or to the floor, plank or child, then downward dog. And breathe in and breathe out. Soften the knees a little bit. Good, notice where there's little places opening, awakening. Inhale, look to the top of your mat. Exhale it all out, bend your knees and jump, step or walk up. Halfway lift, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Inhale to stand, lift the arms to the sky. Exhale, your hands to your heart center, Samastiti. Just pause for a moment, close your eyes, and notice how you feel. So what happens when we forget is we identify with something else, right? Most namely the body or some sort of ego that we develop. I am fill in the blank, right? And that's where our attachments come from, as well as our aversions. We define ourselves by not only the things that we kind of want to draw near us, but also the things that we push away. And so there is this, natural aversion and attraction that we have to things that we are also putting in our place of observance. Why is it that I'm attracted to this? Why am I not attracted to that? And what does it get me? Right? Take another inhale breath here. As you exhale, lower the arms down again. Bend the knees, lift the arms, inhale into chair pose. Then stay here as you exhale. Just let your shoulders soften, but think more of lengthening your neck. Shift the weight back into your heels and pull the navel in. So this is a purifier as well, right? Think about the navel drawing in as it purifies all the things you're ready to let go of or see in a different way. And then that releases up into the front of the heart and through the crown, kind of illuminating the mind. Take another inhale breath here and one more exhale. Now lower your hands to your hips and take the weight into the ball of your feet and lift your heels up and off the floor. You breathe in and breathe out. Keep your chest lifting open towards the horizon, but soften your gaze. Squeeze in from the legs all the way down through the ankles and the heels. Take another inhale breath here. And one more exhale. Lower your heels to the earth, straighten the legs, lift the arms to the sky, reach up, maybe lean back. Forward fold Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift Ardha Uttanasana. Then plant your hands and step back into plank pose. Adho Mukha Dandasana. Take an inhale breath here. Exhale, stay. Inhale, shift the weight forward a little. Exhale, lower all the way or stop halfway to Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale the hips to the sky, downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Good, breathe in and out. Now bring your big toes together, your legs to touch as you exhale, and on your inhale, lift the right leg to the sky. Bend your right knee and drop your foot behind your back. Soften your left heel to the floor. Lift the left shoulder, even think of like lifting the left side of your torso, just to counter the tendency to kind of let it drop toward the floor. Now extend the right leg straight on your inhale and exhale it through to the top of the mat. Turn your left foot flat and come up to face the side for warrior two. Breathe in and out. Take a minute to check in with your alignment, right? So right heel aligns with the mid-arch or the heel of the back foot. Pinky toe side of the left foot roots down as you lift up from the inner arch. That kind of tones all the way through the left inner thigh. And then descends out through the right leg and down to the earth again. There's energy that collects at the torso, the base of the spine that lifts up through the spine. And then extends out through your hands. Flip the palms gently towards the sky. This external rotation gives a little more space for the breath in the chest. Take another inhale breath here and another exhale. Good. One more breath into the front of the heart. Then reach forward. Set your right elbow to your knee and extend your left arm overhead. Now take an inhale through the left arm. As you exhale, lower it down to the ground. Sweep it to the back of the room and up and overhead again. So just big circles with this left arm. As it rotates around, engage the core so your right hip is still scooping under as you rotate your left arm. We're going to go around one more time as you inhale. Exhale. Now extend the left arm straight up to the sky. Bend your elbow and place your hand behind the back of the head. Now push the head back into the hand and then act the same way at the torso. Draw the navel in and scoop your right hip under, but move your right shoulder back and right knee back. One. Now breathe into the front of the heart and pull the navel in. Root down through your feet. Take one more inhale and one more exhale. Great. Rise all the way back up to stand as you breathe in. Straighten the right leg for a moment. Bend back into warrior two. Reach forward. Lift your right arm up and sweep it back. Reverse your warrior. Stay here for a moment as you breathe from like the right hip all the way through your right fingers and beyond. Take another inhale breath here and one more exhale. Maybe bend the right knee a little deeper. Beautiful. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale the hands to the floor. Inhale, step your right foot back to plank. You can keep it lifted if you like as you lower to chaturanga. Or set your feet to the floor and go downward dog. Right? From chaturanga, cobra, up dog, and then downward facing dog. Breathe in and breathe out. Really, it's not like what exactly happens, but the attention that you pay to it, the intention behind it. That which is underlying, right? And so if the intention is to seek that which we have forgotten, to move beyond just the kind of preliminary likes and dislikes, attachments and aversions, then we start to realize who and what we are. Right? Bring your legs together, your big toes to touch, and on your inhale, lift the left leg to the sky. Bend your knee and drop your foot behind your back. Soften the right heel to the floor and notice especially the right side. So we don't want to collapse. We can keep lifted, which might actually change what's happening in the left side. Take one more inhale and one more exhale. Extend the left leg way back behind you. Draw it all the way through to the top of the mat. Turn your right foot flat and come up to face the opposite wall. Warrior two. And breathe in and out. So really this is all, on the quest of self-realization, to understand, like, what the heck we're doing here, what is going on, and how we're supposed to move through it. And I don't know about you, but I'm not convinced anyone has the answer. We are all seeking our own answer and our own way through, right? Because we all have an individuated way through. Take another inhale breath here, another exhale. Now we are also all collectively sharing that we have an individuated way through. Take another inhale into the heart, then reach forward, set your elbow to your knee, your right arm overhead. Take an inhale as you lengthen through your right arm, lower it down for the ground, sweep it to the back of the room and up and overhead again. So same thing, big circles with the arm. How does this inform the deeper knowing, but that you practice remembering? Oh, I'm not just the collection of things that I like and dislike. I'm not just my fears or my experiences. Rotate around one more time, and then when the arm reaches to the sky, hold it there, bend your elbow and put your hand behind the back of the head. Good. I am not just the patterns that get perpetuated, but I can wake up to realize that I have an enormous amount of endless creative potentiality within me. And it's my mind that has me forgetting that. And I'm here to remember and reawaken. Take one more inhale right into the front of the heart. One more exhale. Maybe bend the left knee a little deeper. Beautiful. Come all the way back up to stand on your inhale. Straighten the leg for a moment. Exhale. Bend the knee into warrior two. Then reach forward. Lift your left arm up and sweep it back. Reverse your warrior. Think of lifting from your left hip up and beyond your left fingers. Like again, I'm willing to let go of anything I'm holding on to that I might not even know I'm holding on to. Inhale, come back into warrior two, and then exhale, hands to the floor. Step your left foot back to plank. You can keep it lifted if you like as you lower to chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. And exhale, downward dog. Or maybe you skip all that and just hang out in down dog. So breathe in and breathe out. Soften the knees a little bit. Lift up through your sitting bones and lengthen through your spine. Yeah, awesome. Take one more inhale breath here. Exhale everything out. Bend your knees and jump step or walk your feet up. Lift up halfway. Inhale, lengthen. Forward fold, exhale. Inhale all the way to stand. Lift the arms to the sky. And exhale your hands to your heart center. Good. Just pause here for a moment and remember. Breathe in and breathe out. Good. One more inhale and one more exhale. Okay, lower your hands down, place them to the hips. You're going to shift the weight back into the left foot. Bring your right foot up and off the floor in front of you again. Rotate the foot around one way and then the other. So remember, not everything has to be rigid. Take an inhale breath here, hold and center, one more exhale. Soften the left knee even as you root into the floor. Now take another breath in and lengthen through the spine as you exhale, this time warrior three. So extend your right leg back, keep it up and off the floor. With your hands at your hips, feel your right hip squaring in line with your left. So that's done also by rotating your right inner thigh to the sky. Your toes will point towards the floor. Now stay here, inhale and exhale, begin to descend the hands to the floor.
and lift the right leg up towards the ceiling. See if you can extend the right leg past midline, so past parallel to the floor. As you exhale, fold, let your upper body relax past the midline as well. Now reach through your right toes and extend your right leg like you could plant the sole of your foot to the ceiling. Fold forward, that will help you lift your right leg a little bit higher for another inhale. One more exhale. Great, step your right foot all the way to the back of the mat. We come into a low lunge here. Take an inhale and exhale. Your hands to your blocks or the floor and your shoulders. Take an inhale, lift the heart, look forward. Exhale, straighten your left leg and fold. Do that again. Inhale, bend the knee, lift, open the heart. Breathe into the chest. Exhale, straighten the left leg, fold forward. One more time like that. Inhale, bend the knee, lift the heart. Exhale, straighten your leg. Now come back into lunge on your inhale and hold. Exhale. Lift the left arm to the sky. So we twist towards Broadway. Roll the shoulder onto the back and bring your wrist in line with the shoulder. So lots of times the wrist likes to wing back, which feels more open. But see if instead you can draw the wrist in line with your shoulders, almost as if my hand can come along and push your hand back, but instead you pushed against it. Yeah, then the shoulder draws onto the back. Awesome, you breathe into the chest on your inhale, and one more exhale to twist. Then reach through your left hand through the crown of your head as you exhale, lower your left hand to the floor. Step up to the top of your mat on your inhale and exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Utkatasana, now bend the knees and lift the arms to your pose. Exhale and stay. Relax and steady. Think of nice long neck here, right? Root through your heels. Hug the legs in and pull in from the navel, lengthen the torso. Take one more inhale and one more exhale. Rise to stand, inhale, reach up, Urdhva Hastasana. Hands to heart Samastiti. Just pause here for a moment. Breathe in and breathe out. What's the underlying, the very last of the kleshas that I haven't mentioned yet, is the klesha that has to do with fear. It's really the fear of releasing these identities that holds them in place. Whether that's a positive identity or something you're identified by, that which you release away. Right, and so just putting that into the scope, ultimately towards the culmination of practice, it asks us to release all of our identities, all of the things that we have created in terms of like a legacy, everything that identifies us with this material plane. Right, now take another inhale, another exhale, lower your hands down. Bring them to the hips and we'll do the other side. So take the weight into the right foot, you'll lift the left foot up and off the floor. And rotate your left foot around one way and then the other. And breathe in and breathe out. Flex the foot and hold here, but soften the right knee. Right leg roots to the earth, lengthen through the crown. Inhale and then exhale, extend the left leg back, warrior 3. So imagine kind of planting the sole of your foot to the back of the room. Point your toes towards the floor and square your hips. Left inner thigh will rotate towards the ceiling. And remember the shoulder blades, they lift onto the back as you breathe into the chest. Yeah, awesome. Take one more inhale, and now as you exhale, start to fold forward. Take your hands to the floor. Lift your left leg towards the sky so you can get it past midline. And as you exhale, fold forward. And by that I mean like parallel to the earth, right? Use your left glute to lift the left leg a little higher on your inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Relax the shoulders, the neck, and the jaw. Use your core center, lift your left leg. That's your glute also. Exhale as you fold. We're going to stay one more breath and lift the leg nice and high, and then exhale, step it all the way to the back of the mat into low lunge. Hands to the earth under the shoulders or onto your blocks. So you can inhale, lift, open the heart. Straighten your right leg, exhale, fold. We're going to do that again. Inhale, bend, lunge. Exhale, straighten the leg and fold. One more time like that. Inhale, bend the knee, lift, open the heart. Exhale, straighten the leg, fold forward. Now come back into lunge on your inhale and exhale, stay. Lift now the right arm to the sky as you breathe in and twist towards the opposite wall. Now think of the wrist and the shoulder, right? Push the right arm forward so you can draw the right shoulder onto the back. And then you breathe into the front of the chest. You can maybe even scoot your right hip back a little bit Move your left hip forward. Take a breath in. Kind of love on it, right? Smile at it. We're having fun. Remember? Right, one more inhale, one more exhale. Inhale, reach up through your right hand. Exhale, lower the hand to the floor. Step up to the top of your mat on your inhale and exhale, fold forward. Great, inhale, rise to stand, lift the arms to the sky. Then exhale your hands to your heart center again. Just pause, close your eyes, and breathe in and breathe out. So the whole thing begins, the march through the kleshas begins with forgetting. Right? And when we forget, we identify with that which we can remember, which is a little hard to remember. You're not in a body. Especially when that body has certain sensations. Right? And then we kind of move into the world of the senses. This body has senses, which are, of course, delightful. And it's easy to delight in them. And it's fine to delight in them. But the practice says, oh, wait a minute. What if you shut those down for a moment and contemplate really what you are? Beyond all of that which is temporary and changing. Beyond the things that you like that shifts over the years, the things you dislike that you've pushed away for whatever reason. And then the fear of those things underneath, the fear of not understanding what we are, right? And all of this is to help us to remember, to be able to let go with less fear, to walk through life with more confidence and security because we're connected to our higher selves. Take just another inhale breath here as you exhale, lower your arms down. And now bend the knees again, lift the arms, inhale into chair pose. Exhale and stay. And now, like the sensations from said posture are simply sensations from said posture, right? Difficult moments become difficult moments, and you realize they're not going to last forever. And you tap into that which is underlying and more steady in all things. Take another inhale breath, lift into the heart. As you exhale, fold forward, straighten the legs, relax down. Lift up halfway, inhale, lengthen. Plant your hands, step your feet back, plank pose. Pause here, take a breath in and a breath out. Inhale, shift the weight forward a little. Exhale, lower all the way or stop halfway, chaturanga. Pull the navel in and lift open the heart. Reach back through your feet, broaden the collarbones as you exhale, lift your hips to the sky, downward facing dog. Good, and breathe in and breathe out. Okay, take one more inhale breath here and one more exhale. Bring your legs together, and on your inhale, lift the right leg to the sky. Bend your knee again and drop your foot behind your back. If you want, take your foot all the way to the floor and flip your dog. So the right foot comes onto the ground, the hips and shoulders, torso points up towards the sky. The right arm can reach to the ceiling, or you can start to stretch it over your head. Move your head back and your throat open. Take an inhale into the heart, one more exhale. Come all the way back around as you inhale, extend the right leg, and then bring it through for pigeon pose. So right knee comes outside right wrist onto the floor. The shin goes diagonal across the mat. Come up onto your fingertips for a moment. Take an inhale into the front of the chest, and then exhale, walk the hands forward and fold. Breathe in and breathe out. We're not going to be here for a long time. We're not here for a long time. We're here for a good time. Curl your left foot under. Curl your left foot under. Do this for me. Lift your left foot up and knee up and off the ground. Ooh, that makes things a little more dynamic. Yeah, so the foot is on the floor, but the knee is lifted. Take an inhale and exhale. And now with your left knee lifted, move your left hip forward and your right hip back a little. Think of lengthening your right side waist. It's the same part that we lengthened in that warrior, humble warrior. Okay, from the hip to the wrist, grow a little longer. Breathe in and out. Good, now walk back up onto your hands as you inhale, exhale, pause. And then curl the right foot under, we'll push the, right leg up and back. So back into three-legged dog. And then pause, maybe shake it out a little bit. You'll set your foot onto the floor, downward facing dog pose, and we switch sides. So left leg up on your inhale. Bend the knee and drop the foot behind your back on your exhale. And then if you want, you can flip it. Take it all the way to the floor. If you get on the first side, try it over here. And then lift open the front of the heart. Notice the head, right? Energy moves through the body. The shoulders draw onto the back as you feed the heart with your breath. Take an inhale, come all the way back around. And then exhale, draw your left knee through to the outside of the left wrist. Pigeon pose. Good, breathe in and breathe out. Lift open the front of the heart first and foremost, and then when you're ready, walk down onto your elbows and pause here. Breathe in and breathe out. What I have understood from the process of the kleshas, right, is how, well, there's lots of things. I'm trying to land on how to say this the right way, but there's a bit of detachment then from the world, right? It becomes less important, like how things unfold or exactly how things end up happening. You can tap into the underlying purpose with everything. Now curl your right foot under it, lift your right knee from the floor, and push back through your right foot as you draw your right hip forward. So even here you start to notice, oh, when one thing happens externally, something else is happening, right? Maybe internally or maybe around externally as well. Everything has this equal and opposite exchange. So then you realize also that everything is happening, rising and falling, right? And it doesn't have to mean anything any more than I want it to mean, right? I am the one who places the meaning. Take another inhale, remember you lengthen this left side waist, so move your left hip back a little, lengthen the left rib cage forward, just 2 more breaths here. But then it becomes, well, who is the one I'm talking about, right? Who is deciding what the meaning is? Come up onto your hands on your next breath in, exhale, pause, and then you'll lift your left leg up and back and shake it out a little bit. Breathe in and breathe out. Good. If I can embrace one attitude in a portion of my life or a chapter of my life and then embrace another attitude later, it means my attitudes can change, so I can't be that. Right? Take an inhale and exhale and downward dog. Now come forward into plank pose on your inhale and lower yourself to the earth as you exhale. Come all the way down to the ground. Bring your arms by your side, turn your head to one side and breathe in and breathe out. So my preferences can change, the things that I'm averted by can change, right? The things that I want to avoid. If I'm willing and curious, maybe it's now a season in my life that I can open up to, say, more compassion, more understanding, more acceptance. And not necessarily of the world around you, but of your own self. Maybe aspects that you once pushed away. Turn your head to the other side and breathe in and breathe out. In this way, we are constantly adapting and changing and shifting and morphing. And hopefully that's what's going on, right? That's the evolution. And hopefully what we're doing in that kind of the re-examining of the things that we hold or that we're attached to and that we avert away from challenges the fears that we hold on to, and then we become more and more attuned with how we're moving through this world. Bring your head back to center now and bring your arms by the sides. Just turn your palms to face the earth. So flip the palms down, so external rotation again, just like in Warrior 2. Arms are like a little peace sign, just right by the side of the body. So not straight out like the shape of a T, but down. Okay, now you're going to squeeze the legs together, and on your inhale, just lift everything up and away from the floor. And then you'll hold here. Take a breath in and a breath out. Lift the shoulders, extend down through your hands. Think of the lengthening from the spine up through the crown of the head, and then notice the tailbone and draw your tailbone towards your heels. Take another inhale, squeeze in and lift away from the floor, and as you exhale, lower all the way down. Turn your head to one side and breathe in and breathe out. And these postures and these places that we put ourselves are incredibly informative. Where do I go when my muscles start to fatigue, or it gets difficult in my mind, or it challenges and awakens a part of me that I had forgotten about? Turn your head to the other side and breathe in and breathe out. And can I, instead of just going my old past patterns, right, and reinforcing the things that I've come in here with, can I start to address what have I come in with, what are my patterns, and how can I shift and change those? And that's, again, where kind of the individuated journey comes in. Bring your head back to center. We're going to do it one more time. It's a little locust pose. So arms by the sides, lift the shoulders, start to squeeze the legs in and lift the legs and feet from the floor. And breathe in and breathe out. Yeah, palms face the earth, so external rotation. There you go. Lift open the front of the heart. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Yeah, and then can you breathe in, lift up one more little bit. Stay here as you exhale. And then inhale, and on your exhale, slowly lower all the way to the floor. Turn your head to one side. It's just like that. Like, could I stay one breath longer, even when I thought I was going to release? Turn your head to the other side, please. breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Awesome. Bring your hands now underneath your shoulders and push yourselves back into child's pose. So knees as wide as the mat, your big toes to touch. Take an inhale and exhale. Good. One more breath in here and one more breath out. And then inhale, come back onto the hands and the knees and bring your knees underneath your hips. Okay, we'll walk the hands back to the knees. Lift both arms to the sky on your inhale. Then exhale your hands to your heart center. Place your hands to your hips and step your left foot forward now into low lunge. And bend the left knee. Take an inhale, roll the shoulders back and down, root down through the top of the right toes. Take another inhale and another exhale as you lean back a little. Now straighten your left leg and set your hands to the earth under the shoulders or use your blocks. Kick the ball of your left foot up and off the floor. And then an option here to slide this left foot forward and come into Hanumanasana. Full splits, 3/4, 7/8, whatever the splits hold for you. This is the posture of Hanumanasana. It is the posture of Hanuman, the monkey-headed god, who is the one who forgets and remembers. He forgets because the rishis put a curse on him, that he can only remember his divine nature when he is reminded from those around him. And he gets reminded from Ram, who is the epitome of integrity and valor and strength and goodness and kindness. Those are the things that help you remember, right? Take another inhale into the heart and another exhale as you stretch through your legs. And then you'll come back to like you're all fours. However gracefully or ungracefully you can get there. The gods and goddesses will accept you either way. There's no penance here in the yoga practice, right? For being human. Okay, now take another inhale and exhale. Walk the hands back to the knees. Lift the arms to the sky as you breathe in and exhale your hands to your heart center. Awesome. Bring your hands to your hips and now we step the right foot forward to the top of the mat. You'll bend the right knee deeply. And breathe in and breathe out. Good. Take an inhale into the front of the heart and exhale as you bend. And now we'll straighten the right leg. Hands to the floor as you kick the ball of the right foot up and off the earth. Okay, and then here we are already in the posture. If you want to go forward, you can scoot your right foot forward and find the depth of your Hanuman. One of the things about Hanuman is not just that he's forget and remember, but he's also love and devotion. So we don't do this pose out of like obligation or like, oh, here I am, I have to do splits pose. Nobody's making you do that, right? But we step in with love and devotion, not maybe necessarily for a posture, but for what it helps me attain, for what it helps me interface with, for how I get challenged by the tightness somewhere in my body, and then that reinforces something in the mind. And so instead I remember my intention, my deeper heart, and that this is a moment in time, and I don't have to let the moment be any more or less than it is. And I'll stay here for as long as it takes, but really, my teacher's so cool, it's only 2 more breaths. Look at that, it's almost done. Breathe out. And then come back. Laughter also helps, right? So, the joy. Come back into all fours, and then just take a moment to shift your hips from side to side. Breathe in and breathe out. Start to rotate the torso around. Kind of make some barrel rolls with your abdomen. Of course, one way and then the other. And then inhale back to a neutral spine and exhale, pause. Okay, so your hips back over your heels. So come into Vajrasana or Virasana. The difference is your feet are together or your feet are apart. So choose one, legs together, feet together, or knees together, feet apart, either way. And you're going to sit up nice and tall. We're going to do another round of alternate nostril breath here. We're going to leave Kapalabhati behind for this one though. So just alternate nostril. Remember, tall man and pointer come into the palm, ring finger to left, nostril, thumb to right. Now take an inhale through both nostrils. Exhale through your mouth. Good. Plug the right inhale through the left for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale right, Exhale left. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale right. Exhale left. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale right. And exhale left. Release your right hand down and breathe in and out. So one more inhale and one more exhale. Good, inhale gently, allow your eyes to open, walk the hands forward, and we'll come on to the sitting bones. And have you extend the legs out in front of you now. Okay, spread your toes and kind of wave them side to side, legs. Maybe pop the knees up and down for a moment, and then sit up nice and tall, and maybe rotate the inner thighs towards the floor. So sitting bones root, and then hands to the earth under the shoulders, sit up nice and tall and flex your feet. And then inhale, extend the arms to the sky, Dandasana. Exhale and fold forward. Hands to the big toes, ankles, shins, lift your chest a little bit. And as you exhale, roll the shoulders back and down, pull the navel in and fold. So the asana is a means to an end, right? It's not the totality of practice in and of itself. But it's a way that helps us understand, like, again, where do I go when things are challenging or when I feel challenged by something? What happens in my mind? What happens to my breath? What happens to my nervous system? And how can I use the tools that I have right here? I don't need anything else, right? In order to regulate. Take another inhale into the front of the chest. One more exhale as you fold. Beautiful. Inhale up to seated. Exhale, pause. And the next pose is seated twist. You're going to take your right leg to the outside, your foot to the outside of the left leg. You can keep your left leg straight, or if you want, shift over to the left, tuck your left foot under. Breathe in and breathe out. Now I want to root this right foot to the floor as the right knee lifts. You're also rooting right hip to the earth. Take an inhale through the crown of the head and then exhale, twist. Bring your right hand behind you, your left arm in front of the shin. Or around the outside of the knee, and then exhale, you can turn and twist. But think of the twist not necessarily coming from like the pull of the shoulders or the torque of the posture, right? But more from like the breath and the spine. So you might even undo a little bit of your twist as you inhale. Realign, especially in your hips as you descend the right hip down and lengthen. It's that same little spot we've kind of been lengthening this whole time. From the hip to the ribs. Now take one more inhale into the front of the chest, front of the heart. One more exhale as you twist. Then release and come back to center. Exhale and pause. Good. Unwind your legs, extend them forward in front of you. And then take your left foot to the outside of the right leg. Same thing, root the left foot down, left hip down, left knee lifts. And then remember, you can keep your right leg straight or tuck the right foot under. Inhale, lengthen up nice and tall. Exhale, pause here. And then one more inhale to lengthen, and now we twist. Right arm across the front of the knee or the outside of the left hand behind. And breathe in and breathe out. Think of lengthening your neck, so let your shoulders kind of soften down, but try not to force them. Just grow a little longer. Create space, right? Space is the element of the throat chakra. So think of spaciousness here. That's really, I think, one of the key components of all of this is how we create space. Space is like the most abundant element, right? It's everywhere. And how do we increase that so that we can not only get some space mentally, but like emotionally, physically, spiritually even. Take one more inhale and one more exhale. Good, and then inhale, come back to center and exhale, pause. Just unwind your legs. Bring the soles of your feet together now and take your knees apart. Hands to the ankles or tops of feet. Take an inhale, lift through the crown, and then as you exhale, just gently fold forward. Elbows to the upper inner thighs or in front of the shins. And breathe in and out. It's in that spaciousness also we can start to remember, oh, I don't know why I don't like this, but it's just something that I don't like, and maybe I do like it now. It's like continually getting to know yourself, continuing to allow yourself to unfold and grow and change. And maybe we try something and we're reaffirmed, yep, nope, still don't like that. Right? At least we tried, at least we opened ourselves. And I think there's a great deal of remembrance that can come from that. Take one more inhale into the heart, one more exhale. Good, and then inhale back up to seated. Draw your knees together and have all of you turn around so your head's face towards me and your feet face back. The teachings flow through the crown of your head down through the feet, so it's part of the reason for this, and I don't mean teachings necessarily from me, but just that flows through this spot in the room. Okay? Then reach the arms up and over your head once you come onto your back. Stretch the body nice and long. Inhale and exhale. Take one more big breath in here, and on your exhale, hug the knees to the chest. Give yourself a little squeeze. Rotate your knees around in a circle, a couple times one way, a couple times the other way. Breathe in and breathe out. And then maybe before we cool out, just do a little bridge pose. So place your feet on the floor. Take an inhale, lift your hips up and off the earth, and either with your block, place it behind the back of the pelvis, or interlace your hands behind your back. Same kind of structure, right? We've drawn the shoulder blades together behind the heart throughout our practice, and it's the same thing here. You want to also push down through the back of the head, so the front of the throat opens, so you create, again, some space. Good. Good. And then as the throat opens, see if you can relax the throat just a little bit. And now with your attention, just kind of move circuitry of energy through the body, up through the soles of the feet and the legs, into the hips and down into the shoulders, the arms, the crown of the head. And then that same flow a few more times as you breathe in and out. Good, let's do one more breath in, one more little shift of circuitry of energy through the body. Exhale, and then you'll take an inhale to lift the hips, remove the block, release your hands, and slowly lower the hips to the floor. Good. And now just a moment or two to kind of adjust. If there are any other postures that are calling to you, please feel free to take those. And otherwise, our next pose is Shavasana. So now just let your body rest. I know it's easy to kind of nitpick and try to make everything perfect, but see if you can just let your body relax. Shavasana, of course, the ultimate pose of release and surrender, letting go. So let your whole body relax, let your whole body release, and let your mind follow suit. Move your attention to the spaces between your thoughts. Let your breath just come in and move out as it chooses.
Tatsavitor Varinyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Yo Yo Na Prachodaya Om Bhurva Swaha Tatsavitor Varinyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Yo Yo Na Prachodaya Om Bhurva Swaha Tatsavitor Varinyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Yo Yo Na Prachodaya. So slowly now begin to bring awareness back to your physical body. Slowly allow for a deeper breath to come in and let it go. Start to move the fingers and toes, maybe run the thumb along the tip of the fingers or wiggle your toes a little bit. And then extend the arms up and overhead and reach all the way from fingers to toes. And then bring the knees to the chest and give yourself a great big hug. We'll roll to the right or the left, and whenever you're ready, come up to a comfortable seated position. We'll take a moment just to seal up our practice. Okay, once you come back into Sukhasana, you can just turn to face forward now. We'll just give yourself a chance to notice how you feel in the body and the mind. You know those moments like right before you start something new where you're like a little afraid? Like, oh no, I don't know if this was a good idea. I always like to think of that as just the fear, like that's the fifth klesha. That means I'm about to shift an identity. I'm about to step into something new, a new way of seeing something, a new way of being, a new attitude. And even though there may be energy to start that, when we do it for a little while, what we're also doing is creating energy to continue it, to sustain it. This is part of the reason why like New Year's resolutions peter out right about, well, way before now, but most likely it's very far away from whatever it was at the beginning of the year, right? Maybe not, but the point is that in our practice we're generating energy, and how do we use that energy in power? And so if we like fall back into old patterns, it's just because energy has been established there for a long time. So may we have compassion with ourselves and understand that we're moving through these identities, whether it be something that we pushed away earlier or drew toward us, that now we're wanting to get some space from. And it's a challenge to the ego, right? The identity that we have propped up or have understood ourselves to have. And this is all a part of the whole process of remembering. So as you bring your hands back together at the center of the heart in Anjali Mudra, take a moment for gratitude for the remembrance. We understand that this is the whole journey, especially for a seeker and yogi. As you remember for your own self at the heart, you remember for all others, right? Because everything interconnected. And so we put that out there to our intention and those that we hold at our hearts. May we all just remember we are walking each other home, that we are here for one another, to help each other out. And that's not always in like the most amenable ways. Take an inhale, bring your hands to the third eye center as a reminder of the power of your mind and the dedication that you set here. Take a nice deep breath in to fill up. Exhale the hands to the heart. And inhale for a hold. As you exhale, bow the chin in, honor the love and compassion that lies in your heart and the hearts of all beings. Teacher that guides our way. You know, the light in me honors the light in you. Namaste. Namaste. Arium. Thank you, sweet souls, so much for being here. I hope you have a glorious rest of your Sunday and a beautiful week ahead. Take good care. Keep watching and observing yourself and the world around you. Try not to get too sucked into it all. Right. Keep your center, and we'll be here next time if you forget.